Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? Welcome to On Your Health. This is a moment with Matt. I'm Matt. Hope everyone's having a good day. I wanted to come on and talk to you about you being your own missing link. I wanted to talk to you about how you can ultimately drive yourself to have the life of your dreams and how it takes work. And I think that's the missing link, partly too, on top of yourself. Work, hard work is the missing link. I think we've kind of gotten into this whole mentality where we believe everything should just come to me. I deserve it. I whatever. And it's like, okay, that's great. If you think you deserve it, that's great. I can tell you a lot of people, they think they deserve it, but they don't believe in themselves to deserve it. And that's called manifestation, right? So when I hear people talk to me about, I need to lose weight, or I need to XYZ, or morning Velu, or I need to make this much money. I'm like, okay, but do you believe in yourself to do that? Do you believe that you have the power to do that? A lot of us have been so conditioned and preoccupied to, yo, what's up, dudes? Been preoccupied to not trust yourself. You have been stuck in this mentality of, not trusting who you are, not trusting your dream. Guys, I can't even tell you, and this is like full disclosure, I am currently looking to expand my practice. And if I could tell you one thing, when I first opened business, 7.5 years ago now, it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. The most terrifying thing, because I was like asking myself, what if I fail? What if I screw up? Guess what? Did all those things. And here I am still, kicking ass this day, today, right? So if there's one thing I can tell you, if your dreams don't scare you, you're probably not dreaming big enough, and you probably don't trust in yourself, right? I always knew that the biggest obstacle, in my opinion, the biggest obstacle to success is yourself. If you're afraid to invest in that seminar, if you're afraid to invest in that practice, or if you're afraid to invest in what have you, like, you're always going to be in that fear space, right? So I always tell my clients, like, if you're not afraid of it, you're probably not in the right place, right? If it's going to be easy, probably not the greatest thing. I love, like, when things are easy, it's because I personally feel like I've manifested it. I've done the work on my mindset, and it just comes naturally to me. The biggest thing I've told myself recently is I'm a lucky person. And the reason why I tell myself that I'm lucky is because I know that luck doesn't happen by happenstance. Luck happens because I've created the luck, right? Everything that happens in your life is a reflection of you. If you're negative, if you're scared, if you're afraid of anything at this point in life, then it's because you have something to work on in yourself, right? So you are, and I say this to people all the time because people need to understand this, you are your own magic pill, but you also stand in your own way because you're afraid of what might happen. You're afraid of being successful. Like, if you have ever, maybe not right now, but have you ever, and like maybe or if you have that, like, just write it in the comments, have you ever stood in your own way, or have you ever self-sabotaged? I know I have, right? I've sabotaged myself on multiple accounts, and I do still, again, little things here and there that I'm like, why do I still do that? Like, that's so ridiculous. Like, I keep doing that to myself. Like, what's up, Michelle, Bruno, Kate, what's up, guys? Why do I do this to myself, right? I believe we do this to ourselves because we distract ourselves. We, like, today, heck yeah. Yeah, like, I think we do it more than we even think we do, right? We sabotage ourselves because we're so afraid of really committing. We're so afraid of genuinely stepping into our own, because what might happen? You might get successful. I think a lot of people are afraid of success. I really do. I think so many people are truly afraid of being successful. And this is why. I think this is a big part of why, right? And you create this, right? The people that you have surrounded yourself with don't support your dream, or they don't support you as getting healthy. I can tell you right now, I had a client come in this week, not shaming, not judging, just an observation, right? Client came in this week, so excited. She had tears in her eyes. She was so excited about getting healthy. She could feel the energy and the belief that I had in her, because that's what I believe in, not only myself, but I believe in my practice. I believe in what I do. I believe in the healing process of the body, right? And I have the receipts to show that people have done it, right? So when I see that, and I see that in her, like, she literally started crying. And then what happened? Can anybody tell me what happened after, not only after she left, but what proceeded to happen? It was wild. I literally was like, oh my gosh. And it's because of the people that you surround yourself with. And this could be your spouse, you guys. Like, this is where I'm like, pick these things wisely, because I understand everyone wants to be loved. I want to be loved too. But this is where you need to love yourself enough to have self-worth, not in like a selfish, well, yeah, kind of in a selfish place, because sometimes I don't think that we're selfish enough, right? Like, we've been programmed to think, don't be selfish. It's like, I don't need to have this, like, I mean, I do have an ego, and it's a good thing to have an ego, in my opinion. You need to have it. Again, if you don't have an ego, and like a good hearted ego, I believe you're not going to friggin' get what you want, right? Like, everyone is so afraid of being like, oh, cut that ego out. Like, bullshit, man. Like, bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm all about following God and having a like Holy Spirit in me. I'm all about that. But there's also an aspect of like, have an ego, like, believe in yourself. This is ridiculous. Like, this is unbelievable that we have gotten so far into the depths of, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to have an ego. I don't want to be considered selfish, or I don't want to be considered successful. That's why you have literally been ingrained that having any form of ego or being confident is egotistical. It's bull, you guys. It's complete crap. Stop with this crap. It's ridiculous. Okay. So this client that I have went home, and her suppressive spouse made her return everything. And I was like totally calm, because I was kind of like, I can't change who you've surrounded yourself with, who you've chosen to be around, right? That's on you at the end of the day. And I still love you, and I'm still here for you, but like, we might have, like, if you try to come back into practice, we might have a discussion on that, right? Because that's a huge part of this. And I think that you can suppress yourself, other people can suppress you. You can put yourself into so much fear that you don't take action, because taking action can be scary. It's a lot, you guys. Like, and I think we're in this place in the world. I've talked to many of my friends. I've talked to my astrologer, who's amazing. Shout out to Dr. Tina. We are in this space right now, and I feel it. I'm sure some of you feel it. We are in this space right now where people are so afraid to step into who they are. People are terrified to step into what could possibly be, to their dream, to being true to themselves. They are terrified of it. Why? Because they've been so programmed to think that they can't. They've been so programmed to think, it's going to be too much work, or it's too hard, or it's whatever. It's like, if you have such a doubt in yourself, this probably won't work, right? And it's not going to work because you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of what could happen, right? Again, you are the missing link here, right? If you can stop the negative thoughts, and I tell clients this, young and old, all the time, because it's young and old. Even myself, I have to tell this too. It is just as easy to have a positive thought as it is to have a negative thought. Your positive needs to outweigh and trump the negative, right? So if you're always thinking negative, you need to call it out. You need to write this stuff down, right? But again, this is where we have not been trained, and you need to retrain yourself, right? I truly believe, like, in the past year, I have retrained my mindset on so many factors of my life that it was work, because I didn't even realize how bad it was, right? And this is where I believe in writing every day, in a journal every single day, and re-brainwashing, retraining yourself, right? Because if you program yourself to look at the positive, to always see opportunity, to always see finances, and to always be in a good space, all that, if you are always programming your mind to think that way, you will see exponential growth within weeks. And I can say that because I've seen it in myself. I've seen it in others. So I firmly believe that you are the cure. You are the missing link. You just need to step out and say, I'm done feeling like shit. I'm done being poor. I'm done with X. I'm done with Y. And what do you need to do? Ask yourself, ask God, ask the universe, right? What do I need to do? Give me what I need to do to get there, right? But so many people do not realize the power that they have with their words. And I really truly believe that your words have so much power because when you speak out, when you complain, when you are in a negative place, when you are constantly, and I mean constantly, and I hear it every single day that I'm in practice. I hear it in my family, that like the negativity, the way people talk about themselves, the way people treat themselves is like, it's horrible. And I'm like, do you hear yourself? Like, do you hear how you speak to yourself? Because I hear it, but you need to understand just how bad it is, right? I've even practiced on my own. I listened to a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and this podcast said, do you find yourself talking very quickly? And at first I was like, no, not really. And then I was like, well, maybe sometimes. And then that sometimes was kind of like, yeah, I definitely do, right? And it's because I can tell you, it's because I used to think that I needed to get the message out fast because I didn't want to waste people's time. And then I was like, fuck this. I'm worth people's time and people need to hear what I need to tell them, right? Because I have confidence in the message and the experience in my own life. And I know that what I have to serve and what I have to give. And this just, again, this is self-confidence. People are like, you're so cocky. There's a difference to me between being cocky, being confident, and just being secure in yourself. And I think there's a lot of desperation out there with people wanting X, Y, and Z, wanting a partner, wanting this because they're so desperate for security. Guess what security is? And anyone answer me this while I take a sip of coffee. Can anyone tell me what true security is? I'll give you like 5 seconds. What is true security? True security. Anybody? Bueller? By the way, this is mold-free, toxin-free coffee. It's bomb.com. It's also remineralized coffee, so get at it. Okay. Anybody? Come on, I know you can do it. True security is security in yourself. True security is knowing yourself so well, knowing what you can bring in, knowing that no bank account, no person, no idol, other than God, obviously, in my opinion, but no, like, I mean, when I say idol, I mean like no star, no celebrity, no whatever, nothing other than yourself and having a relationship with God is going to save you. Okay. Your bank account's not going to save you. And I've had this conversation with so many people. You're the value. You are the value. You are the confidence. You are the growth, right? When you grow, when you invest, when you take your life seriously, and I hate this saying, you take life too seriously. You're damn right I do. I hate that saying when people, especially these young kids, are like, I want somebody who doesn't take their life so seriously. Bullshit. No, you don't. You're full of crap. I want someone who takes their life seriously. You know why? Because I know that they have something to give. They have some value to themselves. They know life. They know manifestation. They know bringing things in, right? Security doesn't come from anything other than yourself, right? You are out there, you are grinding, but you are working. You have so much confidence in what you know you can do, in your skills, in your assets, in all of that, right? Knowing that you can create anything. My biggest pet peeve when I see people do is they believe that their bank account is going to save them. Oh, I have savings. Okay, is that save? Yeah, sure. It's great to save for like a rainy day. But after that rainy day and after you have so much saved up, do you still think that that's going to save you? Because in my opinion, I don't think that that's what's saving you. I think you are saving you. Your mind. Are you quick to fear? Are you quick to stress? Are you quick to all? Because guess what? when I used to be quick to stress and quick to being afraid of things is when I realized that my value went down, because I would go quick into, oh my gosh, what if this happens? And guess what that creates? Worst case scenario. After the worst case scenario, you're always waiting for the shoe to drop, right? So again, you are the missing link here. You starting to believe in yourself, you starting to believe that I'm fine, I'm good. Like I just got chills. I have the security in me to produce, to create. So therefore, I'm responsible. I think what's happened in the past, maybe your whole life, but specifically in the past 30 to 40, maybe 50 years, is that we have literally created this whole world of negativity, this whole world that it's almost like you're giving up so much of your power all the time because you're so afraid of, if you fail, and again, this is where it's like it is responsibility, right? If you don't produce, that's on you. And I think so many people are afraid to take on the responsibility that what they create out externally, if they can't blame someone, right? That's what I truly think is like, people want someone to blame because they don't want to blame themselves. People want someone to blame because if something bad happens, they can go, oh, Matt, well, that's your fault. Your supplement didn't. It's like, okay, like hold, freeze, pause. That's on you. You created that, right? So this is where I say, I believe you guys, most of you are giving up your power way faster than you even think, right? If you can start to understand that you bring everything into yourself, you do it, right? No one else does that but you. If you start to think positively, if you start to, there's an awesome book that I read probably over a year ago called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. It's amazing. It's like he brings in Bible phrases, or Bible scripture, he brings in tons of stuff that make you literally understand, like, the more positive you think, the greater you're going to bring things into your life, right? And I think I got that book from Dr. Jason Dean. He brought that book into my existence, and I was like, whoa, this is some powerful stuff. So and I think, again, giving credit where credit is due to people is huge, right? I think if you think, oh, I'm the one who, you didn't. So this is where you need to stop being selfish, in my opinion, and give credit where credit is due, to help other people heal, to help other people get to a different place in their life, to their truest potential, right? And I don't like to say like, oh, everyone does have potential, but it's up to you to access the potential, right? People always said to me, knowledge is power. And I'm like, well, it's potential. In my opinion, it's potential power, because if you don't use the knowledge, and if you don't grow and use that knowledge, that's just potential. It's nothing more than that, right? Same thing with you. If you might be like, oh, I want to be here in a year or in 6 months. It's like, okay, but that's just potential. What action are you taking on that potential? Because if you take action and you start to change yourself, true potential comes from you taking action on your dream, right? And it should scare you. If it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. All right. So I firmly believe you are the missing link in your greatest dream and your greatest American dream. I truly believe you're the missing link. And I truly believe that when you can step out and get uncomfortable and realize that you have way more in your life than you even think you do, you're just not accessing it appropriately, then you might need help. And we are here to help you on all fronts: mindset, health, exercise, physicality, breathing, all of it. Reach out to us, honoryourhealth.life. We are willing and able, and we want to help you. So please, 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 if you are in this space where you're like, I need someone that's going to kick my butt mentally, kick my butt on a physical level, on a health level, because I know I deserve it, reach out. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to bite. We're not here to, and some things that we might say might trigger you, so to speak. I hate that word, but that's like the trendy word nowadays, is like, it might trigger you. Oh no. Right. So yeah, it might push you out of, oh my gosh, I've been doing X and I need to stop doing X to get to Y. Right. So reach out if you need help. We are here for transformative and proactive health, and we know you can do it. So get to it. Have a great week and crush it, people.